My name is Sam, and I am a graphic designer who does small business branding. And I initially reached out to Aubrey because I was feeling really burnout and uninspired. And I wouldn't say I was at the point of giving up in my business, but I was like in a really bad headspace with where I was at in my business and how I was feeling about the trajectory of where I was going. The process of working with Aubrey felt really safe and organic. I knew that I wanted to hire a coach for a long time, but I wasn't loving what a lot of the coaches were saying out there. I didn't want to join somebody else's system, what was working for them, because I knew it wouldn't work for me. Um, and it just felt like really masculine energy and really forced. And I usually fall off of those things really early on because I can't conform to somebody else's system. Um, and Aubrey takes a really holistic approach and personal approach and custom to me, my business, my personal goals, where I want to go and what I want to do. And so the whole process honestly just felt like really rejuvenating every week, getting to meet with her and talk about my business, and really inspiring and like safe. And I just felt like I was in really good hands. The biggest unexpected win that I had was realizing that I can make a lot of money and replace the income that I'm making right now entirely with passive income. And that never felt like a reality for me before. Like that felt like a far away, when I'm 35, when I'm 40 kind of dream. Um, and yeah, I just wasn't like super warm on the idea because like obviously bills are due next month and I need that tangible money right now. Um, and it just kept getting put off every month, every month, every year. And so now it's like real for me. Like if I dedicate time to this, I will see results. And it's just a math equation that is a fact instead of a nice dream. It's like tangible and real. I now know like this is concrete evidence for me. I know it's like a fact that I can replace 100% of my income, client income, with passive income if I want to and when I want to. And another really exciting, unexpected benefit was my business pretty much just got like a glow up from the inside out. And I hadn't expected that. It did like a 180. Within the first week, we were restructuring my offers and like kind of designing my business over again, but the right way, as opposed to me, like when I designed it the first time, it was very patchworky. It was like whatever works, this works. Oh, I'll Google this. And like this time designing it, like I wish I would have done this in the beginning of my career because I feel like I would be light years ahead right now. I wish I would have let myself invest in my business like this with coaching, because it totally like I feel like I have a solid foundation now, and I didn't feel like that before. I kind of was like, this works for me and this is what I'm doing. But yeah, I didn't expect booking someone for passive income that we'd be focusing on my offerings right now and creating more time for me to create passive income. So that was definitely unexpected for me, made me wish I would have done coaching sooner. So one of the biggest changes since we've now finished coaching, um, Aubrey and I did talk about my pricing and how it needs to be raised. And I knew in my heart for 2 years at least that I wanted to be at the price point that I'm at right now. And I feel like it was like pulling teeth for me to get there, to raise my prices to this place, because I always just want to help my clients and I just was always staying small. But Aubrey and I did a lot of like money mindset work. And we got to the point one call where we had raised my prices. I felt really good about the number and where they were at. And I was kind of nervous to like communicate that to a client. But then like weeks had passed with coaching. And by the end of our coaching, literally the day that our coaching ended, I remember I had an inquiry in my inbox from my website. And I answered the email, and I like, when we got on our call, I didn't even feel an ounce of regret, an ounce of anything. I felt so good in my prices, and I shared my pricing, and it was like well received and no pushback at all. And I just felt really silly for the years of turmoil on myself that I put for not raising my prices, because I knew all along in my heart they should be at this certain place and they weren't. So the fact that I'm doing work that I feel is like an even energy exchange of money and services, I feel so good about the work that I'm doing now. And my clients feel like they're very invested. It's just raised the bar. Aubrey kind of like asked me what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And she pitched out a few things in this roadmap that she made for me. Every week, I had custom worksheets that were made and tailored to me. I actually have one of them right here that I printed this one out because it's so pretty. This is the intuitive marketing weekly planner that I still use every week, and I love it. It's like always gets my mind right, and I just come up with like a million ideas more than just the week for that. But yeah, I think like the biggest change was realizing that like my mind needed to be changed about the direction of where my business wanted to go. I was in like a really not great place before coaching as far as like where my business was going to go, who I was going to be, and what I was going to do. And I just thought it was always going to be client work, client work, client work. And through this process, Aubrey really opened up my eyes to the amount of money and freedom I could have with passive income. So that was like one of the biggest mindset breakthroughs. If someone is on the fence about working with Aubrey and they're even thinking about it and they're playing with the idea, I would say get out of your own damn way. Stop hurting yourself. You're worth the investment. I feel like I stopped myself for such a long time from investing in myself and in my business. And the second I started to make investments in myself, I'm on a new level right now. Like from where I started to right now, I'm on a new level, and I wish I would have done it sooner, because I would have been so much further ahead of my business had I known what I knew now. And I didn't even know that I needed to know it. So just get out of your own damn way, help yourself, invest in yourself. You're worth it. It will pay off. It may not be like immediately, or maybe immediately. Hey, on the last day of coaching, I got an inquiry and I booked at my new price, and that wouldn't have happened if Aubrey didn't work with me as far as money and stuff goes. But I know that I will be reaping the benefits of the 3 months that I spent with Aubrey well into the next year, and just in general, the trajectory of my business. And now I'm can't wait to make more money so I can invest in coaching, because it's tenfold. Like, people try and figure it out on their own and do Skillshare classes like me and try and just read articles and stuff. It is painstakingly slow. Take it from me. I've been in business like, I don't know, 7 years, and all the first 3 years, 4 years, I was just DIYing it and like little things here and there and making this like big solid investment. It's huge. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking about it and you're not sure, I think you know what you need to do. The fact that you're on the fence in the first place tells you this is something that I need to do.